Guo Dasen's newest action-packed revenge drama is filled with high-energy punches. After retiring, he pursued a career as a professional beekeeper. His daily fun is to help his neighbors solve wild bumblebees. Black Sister is a manager of the Children's Fund and also Guo Dasen's landlord. One day, when he was working as usual, he suddenly received a message about the account system update. Then he called the other party. Little did he know that the other party was actually a fraud team. But usually, the daughter came to help him organize his computer. Under the man's familiar words, the kind-hearted Black Sister believed him and followed the steps to install an unknown file package. Soon, all the information of the account was retrieved. The carefree Black Sister also entered the password. At the moment of pressing the keyboard, 2 million charity funds were robbed in a moment. The fraud team on the other side immediately began to celebrate. When he reacted, the account was already empty. The bank's messages kept coming to his phone. He couldn't believe what he saw. Meanwhile, Guo Dasen was making honey at home and filled a bottle for Heijie. But when he went to his landlord's house that night, he found that the door was not closed and the room was ringing. Hearing the sound of the alarm, he felt something was wrong, so he picked up a fruit knife beside him. As soon as he walked to the door, he saw a pistol dropped on the ground with a bullet casing next to it. A black girl appeared and he mistook her for the murderer, but she was actually the landlord's daughter, Heimei. Guoda's direct call of her name surprised him, as she had never acknowledged him before in his memory. The landlord couldn't accept the fact and chose himself. A few minutes later, the forensic doctor quickly he judged it as suicide. He couldn't believe that his mother, who loved life more than anyone else, would choose to commit suicide at home. He directed all the criticism at Guo Dasen. No matter how he explained to Ferber, he had no reason to appear at the scene. It was irrefutable evidence. Of course, he had to go to the police station to drink tea and wait. When the black girl checked the computer at home, she saw the empty balance in the account. He finally learned the cause of his mother's death. Guo Dasen was also released due to lack of evidence. He was sorry for misunderstanding him last night. The two of them apologized and talked about their mother. It turned out that Guo Da looked like his brother, who was a soldier and lost his life in a mission, so his mother was very kind to him. He informed her that his mother had been defrauded by a gang that had been operating for 2 years, and its organizational structure was unknown. After learning the news, he was ready to come back to the world. He went to the hive to find the hidden satellite phone. Guo Dasen had another identity as an agent of the secret guard organization outside the law. He learned that this group of people had hideouts in various places through the organization's powerful intelligence network. The 2 young security guards at the door wanted to stop him. The moment he put down the oil barrel, he knocked the 2 to the ground in an instant. As soon as he entered the building, he did not forget to remind the receptionist that facing the most powerful man on the earth, the young man he chose to act as if nothing had happened, and the next second he taught him a lesson. He pinched his sexy mustache, which hurt the boy so much that he could only grin. Then he asked everyone to stop what they were doing. But the little Karen in front of him didn't listen to him until he caught the nearest guy and beat him up. Then everyone rushed to the back and crawled away. Then he spilled all the gasoline, and everyone started to flee in fear. At this time, the manager who had defrauded Black Sister appeared and brought a few burly men to pick up Guo Dasen. But these people were not yet. He put the bomb on the oil drum and told the manager that when a call came in, sparks would be generated on the wires. With the smell of gasoline around, the place would immediately become a sea of fire. As the victims made calls, the fire engulfed the entire building in an instant. The reason why he didn't deal with the manager was that he needed to inform the boss behind the scenes, Jimmy. Jimmy was shocked when he learned that the 30 million building had become a ruin. He informed his father, the ex-CIA director, about the incident. Zinda's father thought it was a small matter and didn't care. The next day, he ordered his men to find Heijie's house and thought Guo Dasen was his son and smashed his sealed box. It felt like touching Keanu Reeves' dog. Guo Dasen, who felt dangerous, took all the things in the warehouse. All machines are turned on.